What is going on, YouTube? Today we are hopping into the Kanto Cup, and my gosh, do we have some games for you with the recently community day move of Sandshrew. We have Sandslash with Night Slash, and oh my goodness, it performed pretty well. I went 7-3 with this team. Not terrible matchups, and I paired it with Aloan Muks and Aloan Marowak. This team was a lot of fun to use, has a lot of use against the meta, and with that Night Slash, you get some boosts, and Sandslash can go on a tear. So hopping into the first match here, we got Muck, we got Mew. My goodness, great lead. They swap into Dugong. So what I should be doing in this matchup is going into Alolan Marowak, but I wanted to get some damage off on this Dugong because it is very tanky. So unfortunately, I let them get a few more Icicle Spears, and then I bring in my Alolan Marowak after I do the Acid Spray. So I don't know, kind of iffy plays here, but I'm calling this as an Icy Wind, so I let it go through, and it's just the Icy Wind, which is absolutely fine by me. And I don't want to debuff myself again, so I'm going to throw the Bone Club here to take out this Dugong here. And they actually bring back in the Mew, which is fantastic, because now we're going to get the Shadow Bone off. Even with the attack debuff, that is going to do huge damage. I could have baited there too and maybe gotten to a Shadow Bone, but I didn't want to risk them calling the bait. Either way, we have a pretty good matchup with Alolan Muks. So, you know what, I'm going to shield once. I'm going to throw the, oh my gosh, and then they bring in a Magneton. My goodness, this is why you have Sandshrew. Those mud shots absolutely just chunked the Magneton. And the opponent actually either got some serious lag going on or they quit the game. I think they quit the game, but hey, that is just me. I don't know. And, well, at this point here, this game was far over. The Alolan Muks still alive. And my Sandslash, running Night Slash, this game was over. So, GG's to my opponent there. If ever this lag will switch up here. Hopping into the next match here, we got Alolan Muks into Golbat. Now, obviously, I don't want my Sandshrew on this thing, so the best place to see it with the Alolan Muks, because we're going to be resisting the Poison Fangs, we're going to be resisting those Shadow Balls, and that Dark Pulse absolutely just chunks. So they opt to swap in their Alolan Muks, which is honestly completely fine by me, because I was going to Acid Spray them anyways. Now I bring in my Sandslash, and look at the damage at Mudshot. I'm going to debuff their attack here, and just in case they throw a Dark Pulse at me, which they end up doing, because Sandslash is not the tankiest of Pokemon, unfortunately. Look at that. That's a debuff Dark Pulse. Almost doing 50% of your health there. And I was hoping to get to at least one more Night Slash, but I'm going to let this guy go down. They end up wasting all the energy they just gained there. So, now we still have two shields. We have an Alolan Muks. We have an Alolan Marowak. And it's a Marowak. I'm going to throw the Dark Pulse here just to get that shield. And then I'm going to bring in my own Marowak. And this should be a pretty straightforward game here. I'm going to shield anyways, no matter what it would be. Bone Club or Shadow Bone, but they actually have Shadow Ball, so that would have freaking taken us out and some. That Shadow Bone does a lot of damage, my goodness. And you know what, from here I throw the Bone Club just to take them out before they get to the Shadow Ball. I wanted to but it doesn't matter anyways. My opponent top lefts. GG's to my opponent there. Hopping into the next match here, Alolan Muks versus Machamp. I'm gonna swap instantly into my my Sandslash, and those counters are absolutely just chunking. Look at the damage! Oh my gosh, that cross chop hurts so much, and I'm hoping I can get to at least one more, but unfortunately I can't. So, you know what, now I'm going to bring in my Alolan Marowak, and I'm going to farm this thing all the way down. I'm going to shield up just in case it's the Rock Slide. Great shield there. Oh my gosh, that would have been so bad. Let's see what they want to bring in. They bring in an Alolan Muk. And you know what? We got 2 Bone Clubs here locked and loaded. So first one coming through. Second one was probably going to get the shield. And you know what I should be doing? I should be... see what I should have done there? Is I should have loaded up more energy and tried to catch a move on Alolan Muk. Because then I would have had some energy to throw. And whatever charge move that the Muk would have thrown at my Muk, it would have been resisted. So a bit of a misplay there by me, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll see if we can pull this game out. So, and now we actually take out the Electrode. But even if I would have kept the Electrode alive, it would have had so much energy and I would have had to waste a shield. So unfortunately, this Alolan Muk almost has 2 Dark Pulses locked and loaded. And you know what happens? Lag. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having some crazy lag these past couple days. And it almost just makes me want to put it down for a little bit. But we get the Bone Club off before they get the Dark Pulse. And it still doesn't KO. Oh my goodness. And that Dark Pulse KOs the Marowak. GG's to my opponent there. Hopping into the 4th matchup here. Snorlax versus Alolan Muk. This is where you want to see the Snorlax. Those licks are absolutely resisted. And these Dark Pulses are going to start adding up. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Like 40% of Snorlax's health. Now in the Ultra League and in the Master League, obviously Snorlax is a lot more tankier. But now we're going to bait them with the Acid Spray. I'm hoping to get the shield here. We do. My goodness. They bring in a Beedrill. You know what? We have an Alolan Marowak. And it's an Infestation Beedrill, so I don't know. I'm going to shield that. If I didn't shield that, I think that would have been resisted damage anyways. And I was hoping to get the Bone Club off before they get their next move. So I thought maybe they weren't running Drill Run, but they were. And unfortunately, I get to throw the Bone Club. This doesn't even KO, which is fine. Because now I get to have 2 more Fire Spins before they bring in their next. And they bring in the Snorlax. And you know what? We almost have 2 Bone Clubs locked and loaded here. So that first one goes through, and it was a CMP tie. So, you know, I'm fine with letting the Marowak go down here. But you know what? Wow, they instantly swap. Oh, my goodness. But the good thing is here is that Sandslash resists most of the punches that they're going to throw. They resist Fire Punch. They resist the Thunder Punch. I'm going to shield here just in case it's the Shadow Ball. And it was the Shadow Ball. That is absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. Here we go. This Night Slash is going to do some damage. And Hypno is just so tanky that it took 2 Night Slashes. It takes 3 Night Slashes. Did you see the Thunder Punch damage there? Absolutely resist Thunder Punch. And Sandslash taking the game here with the Night Slash. GG's to my opponent there. Hopping into the next match, we have Muk, we have Snorlax again. We know how this game plays out. So we're going to throw the Dark Pulse again. Because usually Snorlaxes don't like to shield on the first move because they know they can take it. And then we're going to throw the Acid Spray. Because this Body Slam is not going to KO us. But if I throw the Acid Spray, they probably want to win Switch advantage, I guess. Either way, we're going to throw the Acid Spray. And again, we get that shield. That is absolutely clutch. And I'm hoping I can get to... Yes! We get to 1 more Acid Spray. But does this take out the Snorlax? Yes, it does. So we won shield advantage. We have Switch advantage. This is absolutely clutch. My goodness, they have a Mewtwo. Not a Mewtwo, but a Mew as well. And this Dark Pulse is probably going to be getting that last shield. And I swap out instantly because I did not want Mew to farm down all the way and have so much loaded energy. Because my backline is kind of weak to Mew with loaded energy. But they actually catch the Shadow Bone on Alolan Ninetales. But this is completely fine with me because they can throw whatever they want here. Dazzling Gleam, Weather Ball, it's going to be resisted. And I think we can survive. Yes, we can. And we save that shield. And we have so much energy loaded for that Mew. So we shield up that Surf. That would have did big damage. But this Shadow Bone coming in hot. at the Mew. Big damage. See you later. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Hopping into the next match. Sorry, we went 4-1 in that set there. 4-1. So hopping into the next match, a little bit of a spicy pick here. We got Gyarados into Muck. And look at the Dragon Breath damage. My goodness. But this Dark Pulse, oh my gosh, that Dark Pulse did so much damage. Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm going to shield here, and I think I can farm all the way down. Or I'm hoping I can. So close. Oh, so now we lost shield advantage. And we lost switch advantage. We are in a tough spot here. But I'm going to bring in the Marowak. I'm going to get a little bit of a farm going on. And they have a Nidoking. So I'm going to throw this Bone Club here. And then I'm going to swap straight away. And it's an Alolan Sandshrew. This is going to be so tight. Oh my gosh. First Night Slash coming in. No boost. I really need the boost here. And this Sandslash, sorry, not Sandshrew, is loading up a lot of energy. But we actually get to another Night Slash. This is either taking out or forcing the shield. It forces the shield. That is amazing. So freaking clutch. My gosh. And they must have undercharged that, or that should have taken us out. I don't know. But we actually get the Fire Spin down. And now it's just a race. Can I get the 2 Bone Clubs before they get the 2 Sand Tombs? Oh, here we go. First one. Oh, that even debuffs me too. Oh my gosh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be definitely getting that last shield. And we lose CMP to the King. Oh my gosh. Does this take us out? No, it doesn't. Sand Tomb is a terrible move. Even with the debuff, this Bone Club is going to be taking them out. GG's to my opponent there. Alolan Marowak holding on. Wow, such a tight game there. I don't know why I swapped in right away. I could have stayed in, but now we are facing off against this Dugong. First Shadow Bone coming in. Oh, I remember this game. I was really debating here on whether I should shield or not. And I really should have shielded. Because, you know what? They actually go for the Water Pulse. And that doesn't take us out, but my gosh. Now they're in a range where they can farm down or throw the Icy Wind. And I'm at the point where I don't want to shield because I want to get a nice farm. The issue is here is now they're going to debuff us. So I kind of played that wrong. Losing the mid game there. So we're going to throw this Dark Pulse, take them out. And now we throw the Acid Spray, which I should have thrown the Dark Pulse just to do some more chip damage. And but we have 2 shields on the Sandslash here, so let's see what we can do. And they have an Alolan Marowak. Okay, this is doable. Here we go. I throw the first Night Slash. Maybe I should have thrown the Rock Tomb just to lower that attack, and it would have did a little more damage. Second Night Slash, but I was also fishing for the boost. Oh, they make a move. Oh, I have to let this go. It's the Shadow Bone. That does big damage. Oh, I don't think we're going to win this game. Because now they can just farm us all the way down. Even if they don't shield this, no, they don't. Muck can't do anything really. The Snarls just don't add up. Even with the shield here. Yeah, I'm hoping I can at least get to an Acid Spray. And maybe I can Mud Shot down with the double debuff. We'll see here. Oh, maybe one more Snarl and it would have been a lot closer, but no, not able to. My opponent takes that game there. GG's to my opponent. Hopping into the next match. The Muck Battle of the Muck. Here we go. So, in Ultra League matchups, I like to throw the Acid Spray first. But, you know, I don't think that it really helps out too much. Because if you go straight Dark Pulse, then you're going to do almost as much damage, but not waste all that energy as well. Like, look at two Dark Pulses, and I'm still at a lot of health here. Whereas He's going to throw a Dark Pulse, and we're almost at the same health range, but I'm at a third Dark Pulse, and this is going to be taking out that Muk. So, yeah, just go straight Dark Pulse if you're in this matchup here. Now they Acid Spray, and I swap it into my Sandslash, and I forgot how much energy they had. So they throw that Dark Pulse, and that absolutely destroys my Sandslash. I'm going to be able to get off this Rock Tomb. If I had Earthquake, that would have been awesome. But I get off the Rock Tomb because I wasn't going to make it to 2 Night Slashes, and that Rock Tomb debuffs them. So now I just bring in my Alolan Marowak here, and I get a nice farm. I don't shield the Ice Punch because there's no reason to. And we'll see what they have in the back here. I'm up 2 shields, but it's just Alolan Marowak. And it's a Hypno. Oh my gosh. Oh, I remember this game. No! Oh! They make an amazing catch. My goodness, they made a good catch. And you know what? I decide to not throw the Shadow. I decided to throw the Shadow Bone here instead of baiting. Maybe if I would have baited. But, yeah. And then I try to go into my Alolan Muk. Try to defer the damage. But I guess that didn't work. And they end up taking that game. Oh my goodness. GG's to my opponent there. That was a very winnable match. My opponent made an amazing play. Props to my opponent there. But Lickitung versus Muk. This is where you want to see Lickitung, because the lick damage and the body slams just really add up, and Muk can take a few. So it's a matter of those lick damage absolutely doing nothing against Muk. His body slams still chunk, but we're doing neutral damage with the Snarls, and the Dark Pulses really do add up. So, and at this point, I'm trying to get to the Acid Spray, but I think I can live 1 body slam. No, I can't. Okay, so I go down, and I'm fine with coming in with the Sandslash here. I farm up to 1 after, and they actually shield, which is weird. So they must be weak to Sandslash in the back, or they didn't want all that energy to go to waste. But anyways, I get a nice little farm down from that. And they actually bring in Ninetales, a Charm Ninetales. Okay, so I'm going to throw this Rock Tomb. This is going to be doing a big chunk of damage. Oh my gosh, almost half health. And there's the Hypno. Here we go. I decided to debate here. Because I just played that last game and I didn't bait. And I totally bited myself in the butt. But I baited there, and now I'm biting myself in the butt now, because this Hypno can very well take us out with the confusions. So here we go. Shadow Bone, no shields. What is my opponent doing? Oh my goodness. And now we're just able to fire spin all the way down. But before I do, they decide to quit. GG's to my opponent there. Hopping into the next match, we have an amazing lead, Muk versus Hypno, and they bring in the Electrode. And you know what? Even better, save switch. I'm going to call this. It is a Discharge. They must be running Discharge Hyper Beam. Because even if it was a foul play, then I could take one maybe. And you know what? I decided to try to get this thing out of here because I didn't want them to throw the Hyper Beam. But they bait again. Oh my goodness. And I really wish I did not throw there. I could have farmed down and had so much energy. And the spice on this trainer. My goodness. Look at that. Executor Alolan. Wow, that is just amazing. Okay, so they shield the first one. I'm going to get off the second one. And that freaking Night Slash does so much damage. And I'm going to decide to no-shield this. They actually Draco Meteor me. My goodness. I no-shielded that because I knew they had a Hypno in the front. And my Alolan Muk can absolutely tank those confusions better than the Alolan Marowak can. And Dark Pulses, they do a lot of damage as well. So I'm going to build up to almost another full Dark Pulse. And this should be taking out the Hypno. That takes out the Hypno. One more Snarl. And this Dark Pulse should be taking out that Executor. If the lag ever lets us. My goodness. Okay, there it goes. GG's to my opponent there. And that is the last battle there. So I ended up going 7-3 with this team. Not the best, but still positive sets on both. I definitely could have won one of those games, so could have very well went 8-2. But hey, you know, my opponent made a great play. But either way, this team was a lot of fun. Obviously, Muck and Marowak are pretty meta. Sandslash 2 is pretty off pick, but it's great for those Mucks, those Grimers that you see, because you can run Earthquake on this thing into a one-shot those guys. And it's good for the Marowaks too, because it does super effective damage against those. So with the addition of Night Slash too, it's like if you get the buff, it is amazing. So I urge you guys to try out Sandslash. It's a very fun team to use. If you guys like the video, please leave the like button. Leave a comment if you want to see anything in the future. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.